this war in my blood? Why this war with all that I love?
Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for Confessions of the Paper Addict Cut File Shop, where I am using the Easter Trio cut file from April because I am at this photo of my house, and I decorated last year. Easter and St. Patty's Day kind of separated a little bit, so I decorated for Easter. Like this year I didn't decorate for any of it because it was just too close. So, but I took this photo. I love this area. I have my favorite cookbooks, and then just my little decor that goes just right in one little spot when it comes to that. So I'm going to use some Distress Oxides. I am also using March 2024 flavors of the month, and it's the Cartabella Here Comes Spring. I thought that this would work out perfect. And then I am still in the Crop and Create, Deliver, and paper crafting. I am going to look and do this, so that is going to be that. So let's see what I can do. The collection that I did state that I got from the scrap room, and I am going to place this all down onto a layout and do all of the, pretty much I stick to the layout that I'm following from the Crop and Create book that I have. Now I've got, like I was saying before, I think I've gotten, because I've been using them lately because I like the layouts in them, and I haven't actually like scrap lifted, if you want to say, the layouts that are in there. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on my 5th one for the year, or since I've started doing these. The very first one I got was in November of 2022. And then we were getting 2 a year, and now I think they only done 1 a year. Or for this, like 2024, it's 1 a year, but they have given us like sketches from Allison Davis and all that. It's a really good thing to do if you do come along with it. Now, I wanted to add this color in there, and the 2 colors that I use are Distress Oxides, Crack, Pistachio, and then Broken China. And it works. And then I'm like, this is really like bright. But once I get everything on there and I add the white and the splattering, I'm like, it's working, it's doable. I should have done it a little bit differently, but it's what I want. Essentially, it's, the cut file is super cute. I absolutely love it. It has nothing to do with the cut file. The color tone behind the rabbit and stuff, it does make it stick out from the green. And the way I tie in that bright blue from the Broken China is I'm adding the blues and greens onto this other paper so that it's on both sides. And she does this on her layout where she has one long title, or no, long photo. I don't have that. So I decided I took the long photo, turned it into the cut file, and then going to place my photo on the top part of this other block, and then you'll see how I pull it together. Right now, I felt like I was doing traveler's notebooks on 2 different sides. Like I was like, we got to pull this together, and I hope it turns out well, because I'm gonna be honest, I was short on time due to finishing up like state testing and doing all of this. And then when I come home from state testing, if you're a teacher, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Our brains on a normal day are exhausted. State testing, it's super exhausting. So, because you got to remember to make sure that the kids aren't doing this, kids aren't doing that. And then when they start doing it, you got to say, no, you can't do that, because then I have to kick you out, and this, that, and the other, because of state testing. It's so much rules, so much everything. It just drives me nuts. So anyway, at the end of the day, I was short on time, and I'm like, it's not like I can refilm this and redo this layout. So I need this to pull together. And it actually does. I feel like at the end, when I start to put everything together and I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. I like the fact that I did the cut file on the one side. I like the little sayings that are going down the middle once I get them done. And I like the blocky part of the other one. It actually ties in together really well. Some days, I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You got to go with the process. Go with the way your brain is saying this. Go with the process. Because sometimes you're thinking, this isn't going to turn out. And then by the time it gets all done and you keep going and you do the process, it actually turns out. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It actually turns out really well. So make sure that you go check out Confessions of the Paper Addict Cut File Shop. I will link everything down below. This is going up in May, but this was actually April cut file, so I will link it down below. It has already been released. She has released all of hers for the month of June, and they're absolutely or not June, May. Getting ahead of myself, May, and it actually I love them. I have a hard time always trying to use the current ones because I still have things that I want to use from her previous ones. Isn't that how that always works? Make sure you go check out the group, all of the fun stuff. It'll be all linked down below. Now, they did come in. The scrap room gave me this strip of peachy colored enamel dots, so I put them down. And then I get out Spiegel Mom Scraps. It's a March collection that's called My Sunshine. And it's got all these little different colors. And you'll see that I do 3x3s. So I'm putting 3x3 dots, and then I'm using sequence. Like how I would do with the black dots, where I would do 3 dots just periodically throughout the page to add it. This time I did the sequence. And those are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. If you use my code Miranda15, you'll get 15% off. That'll all be linked down below as well. So I'm just placing these down in these different colors and just maximizing what I'm doing. And I love how this turns out. This is another way. So if you don't have like Nuvo drops or enamel dots or liquid pearls, any of that type of stuff, sequence works just as good. And I like how it just adds a little bit to it so that it just brings out that little bit of a border as you're going through. So that is kind of what I'm doing here. So it takes me a little bit because I got to find the right ones because I've got like a design going with them that I want to make sure that I stick to that throughout the whole process. So it just looks streamlined. And like I said, once I turn the page, you can see that everything comes together. Because let me tell you, at first this process was not right. But if you've gotten through this process and you're down here at the end, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. I do upload normally 2 to 3 times a week, collaborations, design teams, all of the fun stuff. Right now I'm just in the middle of closing out this year. So it's just, I'm knocking out everything I can at one time so that it all comes together. Still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I don't know why I go when I go. I still don't know why this war in my blood. Why this war with all that I love. Oh, my wandering ways and these faithless days. I find it hard to explain my wandering ways. Always turning away from your loving embrace. I find it hard to explain my wandering ways, my wandering ways.